Married at First Sight season 14. Did Olajuwon almost get paired with this woman? And is Jasmina on IG trying to do some damage control with this post? And are we about to see Jasmina learn how to drive for the very first time? When I had gone back and started looking at the first matchmaking special because I wanted to see if I missed anything, I saw this little blurb of when Dr. Pepper picked up Olajuwon to match Olajuwon, and she picked up this other picture of this lady and put them side by side. I know we always talking about, do these experts match these people correctly? And I don't know who you guys think is the better matchmaker between Dr. Pepper, Dr. Viviana, and Pastor Cal. But for a minute, it looks like Dr. Pepper considered putting Olajuwon with this woman right here. Now, I wouldn't have thought nothing of it until, later on we ended up learning that Olajuwon had never really dated a black woman before, no one very seriously. So, I mean, it could have been a possibility that they were going to pair these two together. I wonder why they didn't pair them. I don't know what happened. Maybe they thought about it secondly after, what happened with Claire and Ryan last year. Maybe they thought, well, we don't want to repeat the interracial couple again this season, or maybe they just thought Katina was a better match for Olajuwon. I don't know, but I sure thought it was interesting. Now, have y'all seen this post by Jasmina? She obviously slipped into IG and responded to one of the commenters in the comments on IG, and I'm like, I sure hope this is not Jasmina trying to say it's going to be the edits of why she was so mean to Michael, and is she going to try to say that editing didn't show the moments where she was being sweet? That might be so, Jasmina, but bad edits can't make up stuff that we see, like the eye rolling, the nasty tongue, the hypocriticalness, the never taking accountability. I mean, there might be some moments where they probably purposely didn't show some things in order to make Jasmina look one-sided. I wouldn't put it past editing to do that. But I sure hope this isn't going to be Jasmina's game plan afterwards, because we all know people have been really hard on Jasmina, so she's probably gearing up to be able to say something to save her reputation, because right now I don't think she has a lot of people supporting her. I would suggest she didn't do it. I would suggest that if she does pop in IG later on after the show is over, she just goes ahead and takes full accountability, because that's kind of what she was missing. I hope she don't start trying to blame Michael after the season, because I don't think it's going to be welcomed very well. I do think we're going to see a shift in Jasmina from this part of the season on forward. We started to see it last week when she started unthawing. And I really started to understand how Jasmina was wound up so tight in the first half of this season. Like I said, I think she really blew an opportunity with Michael. And I think that had she not been so wound up, maybe there was a possibility they could have made it. But I think she did so much damage early on, I think it's just hard to recover. In the after party, which we know is filmed after the season ends and after decision day, Jasmina is always saying really nice things about Michael, how wonderful he is, how great person he is. So this tends to tell me that Jasmina's attitude towards Michael at some points did start to change, but I wonder if it was too late. Even in the after party, Jasmina talked about how talkative Michael is and how much fun they have, and that she and Michael have so much fun, which is quite different from what we've seen these first 11 episodes. Next week, I don't know, is Jasmina about to learn how to drive? I mean, I know Boston has a good public transportation system, but this is starting to show me that if Jasmina doesn't even know how to drive, I'm going to start saying, like I was saying earlier, Jasmina doesn't have a lot of life experiences. We found out she really never had no boyfriend. And now if we find out that Jasmina can't drive, that means she wasn't even driving to see her boyfriends that was out of state. And she can't drive. I'm telling you, that is telling me Jasmina came into this relationship with a lot of life experience deficits. She talked tough like she knew everything. But if this is true, that Jasmina doesn't even know how to drive at the age of 30, we're going to find out that Jasmina doesn't have a lot of experience in things. It really is sad, because at the beginning of this season, I really thought this couple was a shoo-in and they were going to do well. And I was just so shocked of how they fell apart. If we start to see a different Jasmina at the back end of this season, I think it's going to all point to Jasmina's inexperience in relationships and how that actually played a very big role in their downfall. But that's it, y'all. What do you think about this? Talk to you later. Bye.